Hello, welcome. There's another one. We have got another one. And welcome, obviously.
Welcome back to Okie Diva. And this week we have...
Kirstie.
Ew!
This is so overwhelming.
It does get like that.
Some
hey?
people have said that.
It's like... It's just kind of confronting. Like, we just stare deeply into your soul and demand you reveal all your secrets to us.
Unfortunately, I'm an oversharer, so...
Unfortunately, babe, that's the best thing you could possibly be
There's
on the podcast.
There's no
On your
oversharing.
podcast. I can
Just
commercialize
oversharing
my
on
trauma.
Oh.
Okay,
Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit to our audience, perhaps?
I don't know. I've done so many different things that it's really hard
Who
to
do you
give
want to
like
define
a...
yourself as in this current moment?
In
Just,
2026.
look, I'm just a supportive friend and a fan. A long-time fan.
This is our number one fan. After all our other number one fans.
You're our number one fan.
No, I am really glad that you guys have got to episode 49.
How crazy.
Yeah, I think this is episode 49.
A statistical anomaly, actually.
It actually is.
Have you looked at the percentage of people that get to this episode?
It's like 50% don't get past their 10th.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And all you have to do is sit on the couch and talk shit. It's not that hard, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. But how long did you want to do a podcast before you actually did sit on the couch and start
Easily
talking shit?
6 months, at least.
I reckon we honestly had been mentioning it to each other for a few years.
Yeah, but nothing solid until we
Nothing
actually,
solid.
6 months before we started, we were really
exactly.
getting into what we could do.
Really?
Yes.
It was one of those, you'd have the craziest conversation and you'd sit there and be like, we should have a podcast.
Yes.
And it got to a day when we were all just like,
Let's fucking do
We
it.
literally,
don't we have a podcast?
we literally got mics that same day.
No,
We were like,
literally.
That's what you got to do, though.
Exactly.
That's what I think as well. For any kind of lack of conscientiousness I have enough sprinkling of impulsivity that every now and then I just get a thing where it's like, all right. And it's a huge leap forward, and then I'm in, and I'm like, I've already spent the money now, I've got to do it.
That fucking part.
Well, that's quite diva. If I do say so
That's
myself.
truly diva.
Thank
That's
you.
how a diva moves.
It's giving...
She feels the force of the fierce and then acts upon it. You know
Yeah. But I feel like this is actually the key, is doing that more. Feeling, letting it move you, as opposed to being up here.
Exactly. We get so caught in our heads, and it just is such... This is a huge thing I've actually been processing at the moment too, getting in your own way just by thinking.
Yeah.
Thoughts are the bane of life.
Yeah. And you know what? If you're even slightly not an idiot, you can create a thought to support anything. Literally, I can talk myself in or out of anything. I'm quite skilled at it, you know?
For real.
Logic, I can create a logical argument for the most absurd shit.
Example?
Actually, wait, instead of that,
I want to hear the most craziest thing.
Instead of that, actually, what we want from you, as you've seen other diva episodes, we want your diva moment of your life.
Of your whole life.
Okay, well, I think the diva moment of my life was when I had paused my PhD and decided to open a wine bar, and 8 weeks later it was open.
8 weeks? Jesus.
That's a turnaround.
It might have been 9 because the licensing actually takes 8.
Diva.
It was
8, 9.
Babe, that's still insanely fierce.
That's less than.
This is what I'm talking about with the impulsive thing.
It works.
There wasn't a lot of thinking in that. And the only reason it kind of eventuated is I'd already done too many things. The momentum was there.
Yeah.
Talked to too many people.
And that is actually super powerful. When you accidentally corner yourself into having to do it.
Yeah.
It's
It's why a partner is important.
Yes.
Because...
Keep you accountable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're not just committed something to yourself, which I think...
Puts a lot of pressure on yourself, I reckon.
It does. It does. But it's also a really powerful thing when you can get to the point where you have shared enough with other people that you've proven to yourself that you can do things that you commit to. So then you start being able to make those commitments to yourself really easily and go, okay, I'll do this crazy impulsive thing. It might work out, it might not, but I know it'll happen.
You can lose it though.
You can.
You have to keep.
Don't lose it.
You have to keep doing it.
can.
There's definitely like a definite shift to the first time I did that, and then a lot of things that happened through that experience, and I was like, oh shit, I actually have no idea what my limit is.
Yeah.
Whatever you perceive, that it's just perception of
perception.
what your limit is, and it stops you from acting in ways that would be beyond that limit.
Exactly.
But the confidence you get from it, which is just the confidence from doing things, is the most powerful thing.
Right?
Both.
But it's funny, you feel like you reached enlightenment. You're like, I am so powerful now. But then it goes away as well if you don't keep doing it.
Yeah.
You've got to keep
Pushing.
keep doing it.
You
Got
do
to
have to
keep
keep
pushing.
pushing.
Yeah.
It's human perception. It's like when you get to a point, it becomes your new normal. And then because it's your new normal, it's not this amazing thing as much anymore.
Yeah.
And then you have to keep yourself in that space, right? Clock it.
And talking about the new normal,
Welcome
welcome back to
Okay Diva.
You will see when you edit that footage that I literally came up with that. Like when you said new normal, I was like,
You're like, that's right, because it is our normal. It's your wig flip moment. We should have like a wig on side just to do a little.
Yeah.
no,
I
what we
thought
need
there
is a
would be-
soundboard.
We need a soundboard bad.
I'm going to turn
too.
this off.
That's
Nothing is more important than
Yeah,
this
do it.
podcast right now. I can't
Someone
believe I've
else
even
should.
left it on.
How fucking rude. Can you shut yourself
But a diva
up?
would, though.
A diva would.
That's why I was
I'm
late
too
tonight.
important.
No, it's why I didn't feel too bad about being late tonight. I'm like, it's good.
No, because it didn't
I
even
can't
go
be
down.
like 5 minutes early
No,
for
you
my
can't.
Okay Diva
Literally, my
podcast.
logic of, like,
fashionably late.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it. Everything has to be fashionably late, but not rudely late.
Yes. You want to build a little bit
What's
of
the-
anticipation. You don't want to piss people
What's
off.
rudely late? Like, what would you?
Rudely late to me is probably pushing an hour.
Oh, I was going to say like 20.
Oh. Because half an hour to me is like the sweet spot of like the last treacle of people.
Wait.
are probably-
It's situational dependent.
I agree.
I 100%.
Group thing.
Okay,
Agree.
let's
Yeah.
let's do some situation.
Define the
here.
constraints.
Okay, let's do like press party
Press party for like a release of something
or
of
like
your
anything, like a press party, like something for press.
I feel like, well, first of all, I don't know what a press party is.
Own. Yeah, me neither.
No,
Second-
like, you know, when they do the after parties at movie premieres, that's for the press.
Yeah.
Or when they do like launches, like that's for the press.
Well, if it's for your own thing, I mean,
I'm not really thinking in the context of our own.
But
thing
I
right
am
now.
thinking party. Yeah, 40 minutes.
House
Right?
party.
Yeah.
house party.
I actually
Any
think
party.
it's rude to show up on time.
I agree. I think it's weird.
No one says the actual time for a party
No.
as like the time that you want people to show up. Am I wrong here?
No, you're right.
Ah.
In my head, I go. I'm saying the party starts at 6, but if people start showing up
Also,
at
like-
6, I'm gonna be pissed. Like 6:30 is the entrance.
You know what? In saying that, I have started going to be like the other week for book club that we started. I did say like come at 5, knowing that people would arrive at 5:30. So
Yeah, literally. And also,
guess.
how dare you not give me the grace as a host to be late to my own thing?
To my
I've
own
got shit to do.
party.
I'm trying to make this
Like,
a whole
literally.
thing. Don't be like on time and be like, okay, have you done all the things?
Are you set up? Are you
It's-
ready?
Yeah,
And that is
literally.
the
Like, give me a
worst
second.
feeling ever. Rocking
Yes.
up to a party and someone's still not finished and no one's there yet, and you're like, I shouldn't fucking be here.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Can I wait out on a street?
Yeah, or like you either at that point you have to start helping.
You do.
You have to.
That's not my
It's-
party. I'm not there for that.
Otherwise, you're in imposition.
I'm gonna drink.
I'm here for a drink and a chit chat.
What's the craziest house party you've gone to?
You know what? There used to be this club in Gold Coast. Oh my God, I'm going to show my age here. So I can't even remember what it was called because it was almost, I was going to say 20 years ago, but that would make me like 12. Quite that off, but maybe like, maybe like 15 years ago. That was when I started going to parties. Actually, you know what? I forgot about house parties back in Cairns. Every now and then they were at a house. A lot they were in cane fields.
Yeah.
You know, bush
Of
doors.
Canefield, of course.
Yeah,
Naturally.
yeah.
Naturally.
The concept of cane field parties. Why do I kind of want to go to one of that?
It's really fun, but you also like whenever you need to pee, you're really scared that a snake's gonna. I don't know. Or maybe I was just really scared that like a snake is
I
going
don't play with snakes.
No.
Like I wouldn't even.
Well, you
go
got to
those
if you're in a cane field, like they're there.
Not me.
Girl,
I won't be in that field.
Hopefully.
Sister, if you go into nature in Australia, a snake is nearby.
Not in my experience.
Are you kidding me? I've seen snakes in the
So
suburbs.
literally that fear, but you have to pee in a cane field
In the dark.
in the dark,
Strutting.
and you have like a vivid imagination.
I bet you do.
Like
You're
I
hearing
was-
the rattle before you see
I
the-
was certain.
You're hearing the. You're like
Yes.
thinking you're hearing the hissing.
Yes, 100% you're like, no,
Wait,
I was
Wait, that's just me peeing.
yeah, confused. You're also off your tits.
Yeah, like
Yeah, no, there was lots of fear around that. But I would say like,
Canefield house party. Well, house parties, like in Cairns is crazy. Parties at Canefields.
yeah, you got to. We did have other like parties at actual houses, but I suppose there were more. There was like a few houses in Cairns that always had the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course,
You know?
naturally. Were
I
they
think
the
that's
nice
same
houses?
everywhere, right?
No, they weren't super nice.
There's
They
always
were the party houses.
They were the party houses, so there had to
Yeah.
be like parents that were
Yes.
relaxed enough. The property
we
had
had
to be
that.
big enough. So there were like specific places that we knew. But I went to like the fancy school in Cairns, which aren't many. But it was
any.
like
There's
the
one,
rude.
and it's like
Aren't many, if any.
No, it's literally like the difference between like that school
It's
and
like
the other
middle
ones
economy.
is a lot. And
That's
everyone
lower upper
hated
class.
everyone hated us, so we didn't really get invited to those parties. You had to lie about what school you went to.
Oh, that kind of vibe.
Well,
I
no
played
one
in that
fucking
game.
wanted us there because we were
I lied about where I was
twats.
going to get into anything. I mean, like, yeah, I'm a private school boy. The fuck? what do you know about me?
No, you had to lie at entry.
Anyone
They'd
would believe
ask
you're a
you.
private school boy?
No, they would. You've seen my mother. I was raised knowing how to pull off posh if I need to.
You're an actor. You could pull off
Exactly.
anything.
Exactly. You should know better.
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor.
Is that so? I know you do writing as well.
Yeah.
So, I can feel like the space that you guys are in. But what's your kind of like background track? Like, what do you like to do? What do you want to do?
I want to be a film director. That's always been
I love
my-
bossing people around too.
Yeah. I love it.
But I have a vision.
I have a vision, and there's like all the moving parts, and it's also like I'm in a position where it's less of like, I mean, yes, it's kind of a bossy thing. I'm probably not, but it's more of like I get creative flow space, and it's like everyone here is signed up to be here, and we're all working towards a vision of like a piece of art, right? And like if you don't want to be here, that's not my problem because you're here to do a job. Like, blah. I've got the vision, I'm making it happen, and it's like it's not like I just love it. I just love being there. I like writing the story, bringing it to life. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's great.
And then Brock.
Yeah, I want to be an actor, and I trained at APAC, which is in the city. It's
Yeah.
a private uni. It's nice. And then from there, just travel using acting and
Yeah.
live my life. To be honest with everyone, as long as
Stage
I'm-
or film?
film. Well, stage if I can get it. Like anything, really.
Is stage harder to get?
No, not to get paid gigs and stage. Yes, it's harder.
Yeah.
I don't really necessarily think one is harder than the other. I think they have.
They're very different.
They're very different, exactly. As you know, it's that famous old question of like, is one harder than the other? Not necessarily. It's just how you look at it. Like, you need more space, you need more energy for theater, but for film, it's like you need to know when to bring down your energy and like not bring down your energy per se, but like your space that you're holding for the camera and the amount of space you take up and being able to portray so many emotions internally rather than externally, stuff like that. But like, if I was able to act full time, that's pretty much all I want to do. So.
yeah.
And you do a good job, bitch.
Thanks. Send me to an acting.
Do you feel like
I love that this is like flipped. Like, what's happening?
like we're meant to ask you questions?
can't help it?
I'm just curious.
No, I am. I'm so curious. I was thinking as well, like, I feel like Hollywood is arguably in decline for, like, a lot of reasons. And assuming if a behemoth is in decline, someone who dominates, then the smaller ones have more space to grow. Do you feel that happening in Australia?
100%. I think Australia is becoming. I feel like Australia is becoming one of the most.
I agree.
integral film
Absolutely.
spots in the world, to be honest, because it's so...
What advantages do we have?
Well, I mean, in my
bushland.
opinion, I think like
scenery.
like what is it like? I would say at least 50% of like Hollywood films are shot in Australia at this point.
I don't know if it's 50.
What's pretty high.
I reckon it's higher than what most people think. I don't know if it's hit 50 yet, but...
It's fucking... I mean, pretty much every single Marvel film is shot to some proportion here. Mm-hmm. Like every most big productions come to Australia because there's
a
much,
big incentive here.
There's a tax incentive, right?
Yeah, there's
Probably, yeah.
big production studios. We have so much unused landscape that's so accessible, like sea, bush, forest, rainforest, desert. We have so many ranges of biomes that are untouched by humans.
Yeah.
That there's so much accessibility to use the landscape and then shoot on it and just have space to do it without...
Which is
America
so lovely.
Packed with people, and we're just not. And we're the same size as America, so there's so much to do.
Like 25 million people.
And again, like you said, there's so many tax incentives, and I mean, there's definitely getting to this point where like a lot of the crew work I've done over the last couple of years on sets and industry have been connected to some degree with Hollywood coming in, and like I recently worked on one this week. That's like
Did you?
Yeah, I was shooting a crime thriller series in the Valley, and I was just doing some like moving crew work for them. But like, period.
Did you not sign an NDA?
Did they?
Did I? No, I did. Wait, you're so right. Well,
We might have to cut that out. That's fine.
But we haven't revealed any details.
well, I mean, I haven't said what it is or what it's doing, and also everyone knows that something's shooting in the Valley because it's been all over the news.
Clock
everywhere.
that.
That's true.
So,
I've seen it
like-
in Tenerife.
Yeah.
Is that the same?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Cut. Next scene.
It's practice.
I just said so much.
So there is like this opportunity.
There absolutely is, but more exciting, in my opinion, than the industry coming here is what's more exciting for me is like we're seeing Australian films start to break out at a global level. And like Talk to Me, and like and we're seeing something like take Talk to Me as an example. A24 came in and became a big name behind that, pushing it, promoting it, and sending it, distributing it. That's massive. An independent Australian film produced, paid for in Australia, made in Australia by Australians.
Bring her back.
Bring Her Back, being the sequel, being connected to probably one of the biggest production companies in the world at the moment, and being distributed at a global level and bringing in millions worldwide. We're seeing Australia not only be taken seriously as shooting locations for our crew, but also as now our own emerging filmmaking industry.
Yeah.
And that's so exciting.
I think one of Australia's major advantages across industries is our talent.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it is.
Hardworking.
Is it because like we just make education in general very accessible?
I'm going to say something crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe my diva take of the week.
Yes. Go for it, Diva.
But I genuinely think it's because we're so multicultural.
True.
Yeah.
And we have so many walks of life in Australia.
So many stories.
Yeah, so many stories, so many connections, so many, like just so much experience between worlds and cultures that I think it's so easy to find someone who knows what they're doing in the context of whatever project. Like with you, you're doing, the wine thing that you're doing. That
Girl who knows.
girl who knows. And
You're doing everything and
I'm
anything
doing
and succeeding
whatever
at
the
it
fuck
all.
I feel like waking up that
exactly.
day.
And I'm sure you've talked to some people about it. Have you talked to some industry professionals about what you're doing? And
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the specific thing I'm doing at the moment, it's very geared for beginners.
yeah,
So younger industry professionals are really excited. They're like, that sounds awesome, particularly like younger people in general.
Yes.
But I mean, it could be my own shit coming into it and like coloring what I'm seeing. But I find the very very knowledgeable, very deep industry professionals aren't as excited about it, which makes sense because not everybody is your audience.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
And this wouldn't be something that would really interest them because they kind of already know a lot. Like I was talking about before, the scaffolding.
Exactly.
It's literally built for that people. And I also think wine's funny.
Wine's funny.
Wine is funny.
It
and
makes you feel funny.
and some of the most highly paid positions you do in wine, like sommelier, is like you're meant to be the translator. You know, it's like people are intimidated by wine. That's why you hire someone very specific in your restaurant to do that role. And so you think about like the value of someone as the difference between like the standard level of knowledge and whatever you have.
Yeah.
Your value is proportional to how much of a gap that is, right?
Oh, I see. So something like what you're doing could potentially close that gap a little bit.
I think in hospitality we're trained to have a scarcity mindset because it's just the dynamic of the industry.
Yeah.
But I would argue, and I know that as well, like we obviously like want less domination by Coles and Woolworths and all these other big groups, hospitality groups, but also I feel like there is a resistance when a new independent thing pops up. It feels like, oh no, there's only so many people that enjoy the craft side of wine and the independence that it's like you're stealing from a small market.
Yeah.
But I really think that, I mean, the more you know about something, the more you obsess about it.
That's
the more
exactly what I was about to say. Like, I genuinely don't think what you're doing, which I think we can get into a little bit later, is a problem for the industry because it's just going to want people to understand more about it.
And it makes them value it, which means they spend more dollars on something.
Exactly.
Because they understand why it costs, what the difference between a $15 bottle of wine is and a $30 bottle of wine.
And that's exactly right.
And it's also a matter of like, as generations change and business evolves and grows and expands, like it's coming into a period where, you know, things have to evolve, right? Like, and if you're on the forefront of like, this is, you know, or maybe a redirection of how we bring a new audience into this, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just a pretty generic evolution of reframing, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But
just to the front of it.
It's fear, you know, I think it's really precarious times. And if you're like if you've got it figured out and if you're well positioned, any kind of like destabilization of that, not that like that's what I'm doing, but just in general, it puts you on alert. It puts you on alert. But I really think that there's a lot of more people in the like general population that have values that align with like specialty and craft things. They just don't understand how it applies to, I mean, it would be anything, right? Whether it's specific farming or whether it's wine or tea or whatever. And particularly in Brisbane. I mean, I don't know, you guys can tell me about this, but I feel like in Brisbane, if so much of what you do, if you really care about it, there's a responsibility and a demand for education. You need to like educate your audience on what you're providing. Like otherwise you move to Melbourne and Sydney where people already get it.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's more work.
It's a difference in culture.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But not a difference in like people.
No.
Not like a difference in people. Like I definitely have worked with like some New South Wales and like Victorian, like Melbourne, Sydney brands that I feel like have almost a disdain for Queenslanders.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to say, I find it really exciting.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the time when I look at that, I go, there's such a, almost like a blank canvas, perhaps, of like, we are designing, I think at the moment as the city is, I think, pretty rapidly growing and expanding.
Hell yeah.
We're starting to get to paint our own culture.
100%.
And that's what's really exciting about it, being at the front of that and being able to, yes, educate people, but also allow that kind of cultural growth and be part of that new defining moment of what we will look like in 10 years,
100%.
20 years. That's like,
there's obviously there's this big push of culture because of the Olympics coming to Brisbane.
Massively.
Like at the end of the day, in order for us to define ourselves as a city, as Brisbane as we are, we have to make sure that we are culturally standing out. Different.
Yeah.
But it makes you reflect.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it to be a city in Queensland? Because you think about it as such a strong regional presence of Queensland. And Brisbane is strange. And it's actually one of the things I love most about Brisbane is it's like this country city.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's not connected to regional Queensland and it doesn't feel connected to coastal Queensland.
No.
And it's like this weird little bubble city.
And I don't know, like
Connector.
But I don't know.
I hardly know her.
But I don't know. I don't know. I think I get like a real soft spot. It's some kind of like patriotism thing. I obviously like, I love Australian wine. I've brought something French just because it's an interesting wine to show you.
Delicious.
But, and also we didn't have like a specific Tasmanian sparkling that I wanted to bring. Otherwise, Tassie
Tasmania's
sparkling is
beautiful.
insane. But
You can swear, Diva. We won't blurt it out.
Accept me.
There's only one word we blurb out now.
What's that one? What have you done?
I just started using the F slur a little bit too much.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, you know what? Maybe this isn't...
But sometimes you need to overcorrect.
Yeah.
The pendulum swings too far the other
That's
way.
exactly what
but
happened.
it breaks you out of whatever cage
Yeah.
you're in, and then you pull it back and you're like, now I don't need to.
Because faggy's fun, but the hard T isn't.
It's about the tone
It's about the tone.
and the delivery.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's hard. Like,
What's that, bitch?
Your delivery?
but is it, I mean,
It's been a
actually,
bit fried.
on the topic of like Queenslander and
Homosexuals.
what I say,
Queers.
I mean, like, not to like psychoanalyze,
Queens in Queensland, huh?
not to like psychoanalyze you, but like it's interesting when we use these things, right? It's like not any way the same, but it's kind of how I feel sometimes when I use the word bogan.
Yeah.
It's like it's meant as a derogatory. People
Yeah.
use it as a derogatory thing.
Yeah.
There is a reclaiming thing, but then I feel like I have a complicated relationship with that coming from
Yeah.
Cairns and being
Yeah.
blue collar working class family, and then but still being in environments that aren't that.
Isn't it weird that I've never really seen that as a derogatory term? Like, I feel like, to me, I don't know. I've never actually really thought about it until this moment now.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't. I don't think I've ever seen that as like a bad term. I don't know.
It's
like,
a class thing.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I think it's got to do with like
Yeah.
a reflection of your own ideas of like whether
Where you sit in the class.
where you perceive like the class, like whether you're looking down or looking up.
Yeah.
But it's honestly maybe class just isn't a thing for you, and you're like, it's all good, baby. But I definitely have felt it.
Yes.
Especially in intellectual circles.
100%.
Especially in
yeah,
wine
absolutely.
circles.
You would.
Yes. Okay.
Well, I know
Yeah.
people even
I know,
that...
I've definitely been in circles where that has been framed in such an interesting way, and I've been like, oh wow, I'm a little bit too like not part of this class.
100%.
to, like, speak
I
to
know
this.
sommeliers from like, you know, more working class parts of the UK that have completely changed their accent to suit the role of upper class sommelier.
You've got
That's-
to.
They've
honestly,
trained it out of
sometimes,
this. What's that
like-
movie where they train the? Come on, guys.
Wild Child.
No, it's like a very like classic movie. I think it's like
Legally
Eliza.
I was about to say Legally Blonde.
Clueless.
Eliza Doolittle, is it? I don't know. Anyways, there's like a specific thing. They're training her to be upper class, and one of the things they
Princess
really talk
Diaries.
about is
Princess Diaries.
That is kind of
No,
the same
like,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's how you speak, and it's a signal. We were talking about signals before, and the Bogan accent
It is. It's a.
is
Yeah.
it is
It does. It holds you back,
yeah.
which is so sad to say, but
It holds you back, and I just feel like
Really?
it's
Because I feel so comfortable in those spaces. I feel like sometimes,
What
like,
spaces?
well, with, well, I don't want to say the Bogan accent, but like the Bogan accent. I don't know. I feel like some,
like when you're around other people speaking.
yeah.
Bogan.
I feel like it's so, like,
Okay, but what if you had a
a part of
Bogan
the-
accent and you're around people who are like higher educated, postgraduates,
It's- yeah.
executives,
I don't know.
not
lawyers?
talking about being in bogan spaces because like that's I hated saying that. Ew.
no, I just,
You hate Bogan spaces?
No, I hate
Oh my God,
saying
Sam!
Shut me out, string me up.
But I think this is actually it. Like, actually, there is a comfortability in those spaces. It's one of the things I love about
Yeah, exactly.
Full Circle.
That's so
Brisbane.
fun.
I feel like I'm going to say something even more crazy.
Go and do it.
I think I just don't think I've really cared about what other people think. Like, especially people of high class. Like,
A gift.
It's
it's so... I don't know. Like, oh, you don't like me because of my accent? Shut up.
100%.
Shut up.
100%. I definitely like.
It's
I
not-
got the short end of the straw because I think in my like formative years.
Yeah.
Where when you're going through like the development where social acceptance is so important.
Yes.
Yes.
I came from like a blue collar background and was put into a private school where like all of my friends' parents were white collar.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Huge chip on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Plus also like low-key narcissist because my mum's just like, you're the best thing since sliced bread until you're not, so don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like there was like a lot of... I was very hyper vigilant about all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I definitely felt some kind of internalized classism. And that's what I was talking about with the F word.
Yeah.
Is like, you can play with it and you can do it in a loving way, but then if there is any kind of residual feelings about it, sometimes it can come through when you don't expect it.
Yeah.
And that's when the tone shifts. You're like, oh, I did not meant to say it like that.
Yeah,
like that. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
I don't know if I had that moment yet, but I think I got pretty close to it. I think I did get a little bit close to it once, and I went, "Oh, I didn't like that at all, honey."
Not
But
at all.
you got to
But
push
you
the limit to find it.
And it's interesting being in a. I think.
Did you edit those out?
Yeah, I did. I've started editing them out. I'm just not saying it as much. I haven't really said it a lot lately.
I don't think you've said it as much as you have been.
No, I've just reverted back to saying cunt. But no, there's definitely like, it's really interesting because I've definitely noticed over the years, like quite a few opportunities I've had given to me. And then I've been in the space and gone, oh, I would not have this if I spoke a little bit differently. I'm very, very blessed to have been raised in a space that has allowed me to carry myself in a capacity that's gotten me here.
Can I just say really quickly though as well, like maybe you guys can relate to this, but having the curse of being able to perform, the blessing and curse.
Yeah.
You know, it's fantastic. I don't know. I feel like I can shapeshift.
Yes.
But there's a tax.
But there's a tax.
I feel like I can't.
There's a tax. You can't shapeshift?
Not because...
Or you don't?
Probably I don't. That's probably more accurate. Like,
Yeah.
accurate. I definitely feel... I don't know. I lived my... It took a long time for me to get to living my life authentically.
No,
so
it didn't. You're like 20. It took a very quick time. You're very advanced for your age.
It felt like a long time.
Yeah, no. Everything feels like a long time when you realize.
With all the shit that happened, it definitely felt like a long time.
Yeah, so it's like long time measured in pain rather than minutes.
What are you going to say?
No, I'm just like, girl, yeah.
Say your feelings.
No, I was just agreeing. Like, you've done it very quickly. You're very onto it, babe.
No. Life's too short.
No.
I could die tomorrow.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, but some people
Bitch, you're helping me get there.
experience the same lesson over and over and never take the learning.
That's it. The fact that like sometimes I'll be going out with like, you know, some of like my mum's friends, and we'll be like, geeking, and I'll be like,
Oh, fuck.
I'm like, how? Honestly, and this is gonna sound bad. How am I more switched on than you?
It's so depressing.
And I'm like,
it's
that is
so scary,
it's
daunting.
Sad. I'm like, oh my
It is
god,
sad.
like it's hot, like. And then again, I count my blessings. But
But I think you can get stuck.
you can. You absolutely
I think you can get stuck. And like,
because sometimes you don't even realize there's again a lack of education around it. I think like the education around these topics is so unique to. I mean, I think our generations. Like prior to this, there's definitely no conversations being had, thoughts being taught. Like that critical thinking was just not even there.
Even mental health wasn't there.
Exactly.
Right up until
Google wasn't there.
Google wasn't
exactly.
there.
Like right up until like late. I want to say 70s.
My mum didn't even know what a
later.
narcissist was until 3 years ago.
2000s.
You reckon 2000s?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
I was being a bit graceful.
Yeah, I think the internet was a huge
Like
component of
stuff,
it.
yeah.
It's interesting. Like, obviously, there's some really terrible cases of AI therapy
Yeah.
People trying to use that, and I would never recommend it on someone. And maybe it's the only space that some people are actually verbalizing their feelings. And the exercise of... Because, okay, full disclosure. I talked to AI about my feelings the other day. And
I'm joking. It's so fun.
And I
usually
usually
say, so did I. If it makes you feel any better.
And I usually
did not.
don't. Like, I use it very strictly as like a working tool
Yeah.
and a thinking partner.
Uh-huh.
But I've been stuck on something, and you guys know this, when you're pursuing something that you care about, and it's not a job where you're told exactly what to do and how to succeed, all your psychological bullshit comes up.
Yes.
Yep.
And there was this thing where I'm like, I am getting stuck on this and I'm not getting it done, and like, it's not a matter of just knowing what to do. There is a psychological block here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I included that kind of in the prompt. Is like, I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to achieve this and I want this output. Where I'm getting stuck, I think, is mainly psychological.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, this might be the difference between now and 2 years ago, or it might be the difference between Claude versus ChatGPT. But
It's that. Claude gets it.
ChatGPT, what a fucking
ChatGPT,
toxic.
It's so toxic.
Toxic.
It just affirms whatever you want to hear, but then Claude actually pulls from like genuine therapy studies.
The gaslighting on ChatGPT.
It's baffling.
It's actually, it makes me so angry. It's
no.
like that toxic guy that you date
Yes!
that like cheats on you and just like fuck with
It's your
like doesn't
fault.
blink an eye. And you're like, what the fuck is going on
Like,
here?
I'm reading it and I'm
Like-
like, you're just telling me what either I want to hear or don't need to hear. And I know it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not real. And this is bullshit. This is some fucking bullshit.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, back to the Claude. I included like the emotional component in the prompt, and before we worked out the actual like work side of it, it was like, okay, well, let's just define what you're feeling, and it was just questions, and it made me
Yeah.
articulate what I was thinking and
Yes.
feeling, and maybe where it came from.
Yes.
And then it told me to talk to Beyond Blue. Fucking things. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll think about it. I've got work to do, but sure.
Who can afford that?
Yeah, well, that's what it's asked. Is it accessible to you?
Well,
No.
That's exactly it as well. Like, therapy is also inaccessible to a lot of people. And
Yeah.
I think the issue comes when you...
May I say people who probably need it the most?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
definitely.
Again, comes back to that class thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But no, like, I think the different, like, there's a thin line between how I perceive it is, if you don't have a foundation of understanding how to process, what to query, and how to receive information back,
Yeah.
that's when AI becomes unhelpful and it doesn't necessarily assist in any kind of therapeutic practices.
Or thinking that it has any kind of sentience.
Exactly.
Or is something other than
Exactly.
like, it's just doing patterns and replicating the most. It has no reasoning. It has no understanding.
Yes.
It can look a lot like that. But
But it doesn't.
No, you use it as it is.
Yeah.
Don't put any weight on it.
No, exactly.
Yeah. It sometimes like helps me think, and is like, I mean, one of my favorite ways to work on things is to work with people, not even because they bring something to the table, but because it just like helps me think.
Fucking oath.
I mean, sometimes obviously, 10 brains are better than one, but a lot of the time it's, you just want a sounding board.
I just want a sounding
Yeah,
board.
I want a sounding board. You have your project, I have my project. I just need you to like trigger little things and
Yes.
thoughts, and that's what I use it
Soundboard
for.
is how I do everything. If it's not a person, I throw it at Claude.
Yeah.
I just need something to throw something at and have it thrown back.
Yeah, literally. I
And
think
it's the same with whenever I'm trying to work out something emotional as well. I need to speak it, throw it at something, and have something thrown back at
I think
me.
it's something like human.
Yeah.
A dialogue
Dialogue, baby.
is important in our thinking
Conversation.
before writing.
Yeah,
think both.
okay. Wow.
Because
Interesting.
Writing is depth. Do you not think that you think you're best when you're writing?
Yes. But not because it's necessarily deeper, but because it is clearer.
Yeah.
I find
Clarity.
It forces
Yes,
clarity.
it enforces clarity, and that for me, like, because I am flying at 1,000 million miles an hour constantly, and everything's just like.
Yeah.
When I force myself to slow down and just write it, it just all comes into
cohesion.
focus. And I'm like, it takes like a page of writing, and I've found an answer. I'm like, oh.
And sometimes it's too early to write. Have you ever got the experience where it's like too early to write, and you can't sort of like coalesce all these what feels like disparate ideas like all over here? And sometimes I need dialogue. I need conversation. I need back and forth, and it just gets me close enough.
We are so similar.
I know.
It's kind of crazy.
Yes, kitty.
Bitch, you know all about this. Like the fact that literally this is what we're doing. I'll be like writing something out, and then I'll come home to work and be like, all right, I need to talk about it.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me something.
Therapist.
Yeah.
Unpaid.
And as that role, what do you do when Sam comes over? Like, what do you see as your place in that process?
Providing the space for him to talk out his feelings and making sure that he can get to the conclusion himself.
Yeah.
That's the most important aspect, because Sam works in a way that it won't work unless he gets it to him himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he, as much as he hates it, because tries to make me say straight to him.
Give me the answer.
I think there is sometimes...
But it's also like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah, I think, but there is the rare occasion where I truly do need to hear someone else's actual take on it.
Yeah.
Because I will get to a block where I actually can't reframe my perspective because of the position I'm locked in my head. And if I get that secondary opinion, it puts my line of sight in a way that I never would have really got to on my own.
That's why I love arguing. Like, people really don't like
Diva
that
tape.
about me. Like,
I love a good debate.
I value debate.
I love
so
debate.
much.
I think debating is one of the most easiest way to come to a conclusion.
100%.
Very.
And
I don't know.
It does. I think maybe because it is in itself, there is collaborative conversation, and debate is arguably destructive in a way, but it's necessary.
It's like the phoenix.
Yes, you have to break
Rise
things.
from the ashes of destruction.
No, but really, like I
Don't know
if
why I'm American then.
if I'm talking to someone about something and I've got an idea, like the last thing sometimes I want to be babied, but I'm very clear about when I want that. But most of the time, if I'm coming to you and I've got an idea and I'm spelling out my perspective, you sure as hell better bring something you disagree with. Challenge me.
Yes.
Break it
think.
up. Yeah, make me think. Because at the moment, me,
You need
I
that
think we
stimulus,
all
don't
do.
you?
Well, yes. I think, but that's my saving grace, because I hate uncertainty, but I love stimulation.
Yeah.
I hate uncertainty.
I hate uncertainty. And
Well-
so when I get certain about a feeling, you need to come strong to put me back in uncertainty before I can find
I feel like
new position.
in all my years of being a therapist friend, there's a big connection between people who who don't like, what's the word?
Conflict.
Conflict.
Contradiction,
Yes, conflict,
disagreement,
something like that. Yes.
friction.
That and
Confrontation.
someone who doesn't like confrontation and stuff like that. And they're stuck.
They're stuck.
They don't know what to do. They
don't do.
build up a wall.
If you can't confront yourself, how the hell are you going to confront somebody else?
They're going to amen up in here.
Exactly. I mean, that challenging of anything is how you progress.
And exactly, I really like what you said there, where it's like confronting yourself. And I think we often mistakenly think of ourselves as like a one self. But I would argue, with a little bit of neuroscience background, that there are many selves within us that represent different goals and different priorities within different areas of our brain.
Yeah.
And okay, yes, I'm very disagreeable with the people around me, but I'm also fucking disagreeable in my own head. Those people that I can feel when one is my perspective of this.
It's a democracy table up in there.
100%. 100%. And I think people perceive it as like a dictatorship, and it's not.
It's not.
And it's usually because they're denying other parts of their consciousness. It's like deep in their shadows.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're like, no, this is what I think and feel. And I'm like, but it's not the only thing you think and feel. Yes, it is genuine. You do think that, you do feel that, you do value that. But there is also another very real part of you that feels the complete opposite way.
Exactly.
No, clock that fucking tea.
And I think maybe I'm working it out here. When you engage in external conflict, it kind of brings up those other things a little bit more. And that's the part that's uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's the part that's like
Absolutely.
triggering. It's like, oh no, that's too
Absolutely.
much. But if you kind of accept that all of those things are in you, then conflict's like, things are less objective. You're like, there's just things that flying around and we're just going to play with them. You got to play.
You've got to play.
You've got to play.
And that's why so many people get stuck, because they're wanting a goal, but then they're running these limiting self-belief systems that like,
Don't limit yourself.
I can't achieve that because A, B, and C. And then you've got the two clashing things, like the belief that, oh, I can achieve this because I've got all this behind me. I can't achieve it because I've got all this behind me.
Because if you didn't believe that you could achieve it, you wouldn't even think about it,
Exactly.
you know? And to go further than that, there are things that we don't think about wanting
Absolutely.
because we don't think that they're possible.
Exactly.
So not only are those things arguably achievable, but yeah, the things that you want, that you talk yourself out of, this is what I'm talking about, the thinking.
The thinking.
The thinking. You got to trust your
thinking.
feeling.
I think.
The subconscious, but then again, the feeling can be like swayed by how long you've believed something.
Yeah, I think,
So it's an exploration, like you said before, of like, why am I thinking this? Why am I feeling this?
yeah.
Where is it all coming from?
And what's the difference between gut and anxiety?
Yes, and nerves and anxiety.
Because I've done that before as well and been like, do I not want to do this because of thing? And then you talk it out and it's like, is this my gut? And like, I think what really, I heard this somewhere, I read it somewhere, and it's like, anxiety is loud.
Yes.
It's like blaring, threat. Gut is quiet. It's like that little voice that feels certain, but it's like you almost can't hear it. It's a whisper until
Yeah,
you
it's a
practice
pang.
tapping into it and trusting it.
I think it's very important as humans or as a community,
As divas.
as divas, everyone tries to figure out where emotions sit in their body, and I think that's a lot of people that I think that's a practice that a lot of people have lost, because I mean, for me personally, joy sits like everywhere. Sadness sits in my nose, like right before I start to cry.
In your nose? Oh, yeah.
Right before I start to cry, it starts to sting.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, I think it's really important in order to get in touch with our emotions. You need to figure out where it affects us physically.
Yeah.
And on point of that, when you figure out where they sit in your body, when you figure out how they affect you physically, you can start understanding how they affect you emotionally, and if they control you or if they don't control you, and whether the anxiety or the nerves are different and stuff like that. Like, emotions are very interesting to me.
They are.
It is so interesting. I did the PhD that I dropped out of, or that I put on pause and then had to drop out of later, was on
Drama.
Are you still studying now? Have you put it on pause again?
I can't
Loose
believe you
nails.
fucking asked me this.
How dare you?
Is this a gotcha moment?
Yeah.
Frame.
You're actually on prank patrol, Scotty.
Yeah, look, honestly, I've done a bit of a crazy thing. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I want to be an entrepreneur.
Period!
You don't have to be afraid to say that. Say it.
No, it is.
Speak it out to the
Babe,
world.
That's how you build wealth, honey.
It's so. I feel tingles here. I feel it all the way like down to here. I feel lightheaded.
Yep.
Yep, the dizziness.
There you go. Starting to understand.
Yeah.
Like, I am embarrassed to say it. I want more than anything, because this chip on the shoulder, blue collar family, came into white collar context,
Yeah.
wanted to prove herself. I've done so much stuff that I didn't want to do, but I didn't know it was me that, I didn't know what I wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what I did want was to be respected.
Yeah.
Clock.
And so
Clock.
I've done the things that garnered respect.
Yeah.
And I got very, very depressed. Very, very depressed. And I am still working it out, like over the last maybe 6 years of like trying to get rid of that stuff and figure out like what I want to do regardless of how people think it about it and perceive it. And
like what brings you joy and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
what the fuck is joy? No, literally. Yeah, no, I like when you were talking about that earlier about like experiencing emotion. And I think this is a bit of a millennial thing because like I feel like we got like the peak capitalist dream.
Yeah.
Like growing up, even
No,
though
the
like
American dream.
yeah, no, like it was very. I have a lot of friends that have worked their fucking asses off,
Yeah.
you know, and are burnt out and disillusioned and things. But yeah, you did the whole thing that you were meant to do.
Yeah.
And I think I was either
The world you were
unlucky.
promised.
Yeah, I was either unlucky or very lucky in that doing that and that sort of like self-sacrifice made me so severely depressed that I had no choice but to try find my voice.
Your joy. To
Yes.
try and find your sunshine.
Yeah, I remember so when I did some CBT and stuff along the way, like trying to get through uni, and that was all well and good. It got me out of undergrad. It got me through undergrad. It's a Band-Aid fix.
Yeah.
I got some breathing techniques.
Yeah.
I can restructure my thoughts.
Yeah.
Great. Finished my undergrad degree. Very depressed still. Go back to my psychologist and she's like, this is above my pay grade. You need a psychiatrist. Literally.
Damn, well, at least she was honest. At least she was honest.
Yeah. And I internalized that.
Oh, of course.
But I went to a psychiatrist and we did like more like psychodynamic therapy.
Can you check the time real quick?
We're at 50 minutes.
Okay.
So psychodynamic therapy, which is where you go deeper, right? And I had to break apart all these parts of myself, these reasons I was doing things that had nothing to do with me. And when I did, I genuinely didn't have any motivation to do anything.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was like to feel joy. I had no idea what it was like to just, like, I feel like I'm bored all the time,
Yeah.
you know? And I have to rebuild that. It's like, okay, well, if you're not doing things to absolutely, like, dominate and just to be number one and to be on top and to make money and all that stuff, then why the fuck does anyone wake up and get out of bed? I had to build that like a child.
Dream, like
yeah.
that's I don't know. This is the thing about dreams, right? Is that it's a mixture of what dreams your parents have put onto you and what dreams you want for yourself, and you try and find a baseline to mix the two. And I think one of the most important factors when becoming an adult is trying to differentiate which dreams are yours and which are your parents.
Totally. And, like, my parents didn't have specific... Like, they don't even know what a PhD is. Like, you know, they got no clue what that is. Like, I kind of shot way past what they ever thought was possible. You know, they didn't even think me going to university necessarily.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. You get there. And then I don't know. I finished my M1 on my second PhD. Second half PhD. Because I didn't know what else to do. So I was like, okay, I'll just start a different PhD. Maybe this one will click better.
Yeah.
And I passed my M1. COVID was like on the back end. So I'd just done my whole first year of the PhD on lockdown.
Oh my god.
Rough.
Dude, with the worst boyfriend ever.
Oh my god.
No, like he's not the worst, but like it was just like, it was a small apartment and it wasn't ideal.
Proximity.
Exactly. And then I'm like, just like, I'm not doing work.
Regulate, don't stress.
Have you ever been doing things where you're just like, you're not moving forward?
Yeah.
You're not being productive? I think that's not weakness. I think that's a sign that you're not going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like psychologically hard,
Agree.
but sometimes
It is, because it's very much like you move in the direction of which you need at that time. So like you can still return to something you love later. Like it doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, I'm not driven to do that right now, I'll never be driven to do it again. It just means like there's something more important to focus on at that point. That's how I see it.
if it is important, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like my procrastination is genuinely like, I don't want to do this, and that's why I'm not doing it.
Yeah, it's
And sometimes that's
staggering, or
true.
it's
Yeah.
debilitating.
Yeah.
And so I guess I just like did that dramatic shift
Yeah, and
and started going down this undefined path, which is uncertain
Yeah.
and painful.
It is.
but do you find a little bit more joy out of it?
Definitely.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely. It's intense on both ways, right? Like
Yes.
It would be.
there's more joy, there's way more engagement, but then there's also like it's like the place you want to look least is where you're going to find everything you need.
Exactly. So moral of the story, follow your dreams.
Clock
Or
that.
follow at
Got
least
it.
what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Well, follow yourself.
Exactly.
Like, listen.
Your interests.
Your-
Follow your joy.
Not just but like that internal compass of like, let me stop. What do I? What is my body and my soul? What is everything
Body.
asking for? What is calling to me? Not just like all these expectations, but like when I really want to. What do I want? What do I just want? Just me, like that.
And like in that moment, in that second, I think the more you kind of like try to zoom out and create a strategic plan, the more lost you get.
It's not about that. It's about just stopping. What's right in front of me right now? What do I want next? What do I
Yeah.
want? And like those, like the things that finding that joy, the like.
Like, do you want to talk shit on your couch
Yeah.
with a camera with your friends?
Exactly.
Is that not what you want to do?
Why not? It's
And
fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's a good fucking time.
And you know the thing about fun things, you do them more because it's like inherently enjoyable.
Exactly.
And when you get your reps in, you get very good at things.
And
Yes.
And when you get good at things,
about
there's
reps, yeah.
value, and then that's when you can something comes of it. Something
Exactly.
always comes of it, but you can't see the path. So you got to have the faith that you're going
Yes.
to where you
Trust.
need to go.
and
Trust
talking
is the hardest thing.
talking about something coming from it, I think it's time.
I agree too.
Yeah.
Na Diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. Buki, you gotta tell us now, who is the most diva person of your whole life?
What does
Diva
that do, person? It can be a feeling, a thing.
Feeling a thing.
Like,
I think typically person, but if something else calls to you,
well, so
let
we
it
had
be.
someone say the beat.
We did have someone say the beat. I said a bag of Coke once.
What is it? The beat?
The beat.
The beat, the
club.
gay
Oh,
club.
the beat. Oh, that's nice.
You
It
must-
almost is a person. It has a living,
It
breathing
is!
soul.
It has an entity.
Um, you know what? I've never been able to find someone that ticks all the boxes that I need,
Yeah.
but I kind of have like a collection.
You can name a few.
I have a
You
collection
can name a
of
few.
divas, and which I think makes it a little bit more
smorgasbord.
solid because nobody's perfect, right?
Clock that.
So when someone gets taken down because, like, I mean, something's gonna happen, you don't.
She's about to say Nicki Minaj.
You get
Maga Minaj, you mean?
fucking hell. I mean, you know, I never idolized Nicki necessarily.
I don't think I did.
I loved the pink print. Like
I loved Queen.
Oh yes, Queen. I did love Queen too. Probably more actually.
Yeah, me too.
But I think Beyonce was huge for me.
Yeah,
Naturally.
obviously.
Yep. I liked this sort of Sasha Fierce thing.
Yeah.
Alter ego, sort of.
Alter ego. You know, I'd love to utilize that more. I love Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation.
Ah, okay, yes. I was like, hold on. Is that who I'm thinking it is? Yes.
Like, a lot of my divas are fictional as well.
But that's okay.
That's fine, babe.
Honestly, controversial take.
Okay, hit me.
Kanye
Okay.
is one of my favorite divas.
Interesting.
Who is more diva
He's a
than
horrible
Kanye?
person.
Like, I mean, that a horrible person doesn't necessarily mean you're not a diva. Does it? Well, what's our definition of diva?
If you,
It's
well,
not about our definition, it's about yours.
So this is what I'm talking about, where it's like, I can't find someone where I want to embody every single part of them.
yeah,
So
okay,
I
that's
take-
fair. Like,
So I take the part of Leslie Knope, her
Yes.
like eternal optimism and loyalty
Yep.
to her friends. I take Beyonce's work ethic.
Yeah.
naturally.
I take Kanye's just like absolute delusional belief in himself.
There you go. That's
And
that.
you know
That
what?
you know what that is. I will give you
And
that.
sometimes I watch videos of Kanye when he's talking about, like, how do you have that radical self-belief? And I'm like, you know what? He's not fucking wrong. That's kind of fierce.
I
And
mean-
I think it's a very mature take to be able to, like, look at someone and be like, okay, maybe you're a bit fucking trash, but what you're saying there, that's pretty fucking deep.
Like a problematic
Like,
person.
let me take on
Yeah.
some of that.
yeah.
And also like a nice little like, you know, red flag of like how maybe even our strengths can be our downfalls.
It's the pendulum, right?
Yeah.
You swing too far one way.
You believe everything you
You're
think.
crashing down.
You believe everything you think and feel. You're gonna end up doing some pretty crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know, that critic needs.
That's right.
The critic needs to be there for some of it.
Yeah.
It just can't dominate
Yeah.
the whole conversation, internal conversation. You
Yeah.
need a little bit of delusion. You need a little bit of critic. You need a little bit of Leslie Knope. You need a little bit of
You need a little bit of everyone you idolize, I think.
and the right parts.
That's
of
a really
it.
nice, like,
It's a good sentiment.
That's a good sentiment to end on, I think.
Great.
Thank you for
Actually
coming
such a
on.
lovely episode.
Hi.
Girl,
Thanks
you know
for
what?
inviting me.
I literally turned to Rob before and I was like, Kirstie is so wise. We're going to have such an intellectual episode. You don't even get it.
Intellectual.
We're about to have a conversation.
We're talking
honey.
about like neurological.
Well, I'm glad the extra 10 years counts for something. You know?
Well,
Are you
it doesn't
outing
look
yourself?
like it, honey.
Stop.
She's twite.
It's because I worked as a bartender, so I was sleeping through the day. I've got no UV damage up in here.
Girl, lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky. I was like working all night, beach all day. Working all night, beach all
Yeah,
day. What's
I was
the,
either in my undergrad. I was like either in a library or working at night. You know, I did not.
That's
see
the
the
kind of
light
vibe,
day.
though.
Yeah.
I would work, go clubbing all night, and then there was one time where I even like came back to my uni and slept in my uni and woke up and went to class.
Like between this, my normal job, my acting, I'm easily pulling 60-hour weeks right now.
Yeah.
Easy work.
Like easily. I think that's like a base minimum actually.
No,
But that
literally.
becomes so much more achievable when you're doing things that you.
Exactly.
That you like,
It
exactly.
does.
Like it
Yeah.
doesn't even feel like 60
No,
hours.
literally.
Like
When I was writing for Focal, that shit was crazy hours, but it didn't feel like it. It felt like dedication.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
love the
with that,
craft.
be dedicated, divas.
Exactly. Girl, do some self-discovery,
We love you.
honey. There's a lot of clips from this episode. Go searching
We'll
yourself.
we'll see you next week.